Well, I've been to the shop that sells wingers. Lots to get through today. Busy summer transfer window. Not an awful lot happening transfers out. 4.8 million brought in. It's been quite a difficult summer transfer window. It's always the case when you're managing a team that don't have humongous amounts of money, trying to sign players on free transfers and all that kind of thing. It's very, very difficult. Impossible sometimes because they generally always go elsewhere. You've heard me say that umpteen times. You do your best. So anyway, Heyer went out to Nuremberg, 1.3 million. Hua went out to Kaiserslautern, 1.5 million. Schonlau, you probably won't have seen much of him. He was languishing in the reserves for some reason. 22, 23-year-old. He went to Heidenheim, 1.8 million. And, well, a couple of the younger players there just moved on. Okay, 26.5 million spent on transfers in, so I did spend all of the transfer budget. And you've already seen one or two of the players. Guindo, the left wing back, 22-year-old. He looks very, very useful. Like I say, you've already seen him. I had that pre-arranged. The other one that I had pre-arranged was a left winger, Japanese lad, 24-year-old. Again, looks very, very useful. The young striker who is now turned 20, he's a 2.5 star with 5-star potential. So I'm hoping for great things from him. We are trying to sign a 30-year-old German striker at the moment. And I'm trying to put Hollerbach in the mix, as a make weight. But as per usual, I don't think in the whole time I've been playing Football Manager, if I've ever been able to use that facility, like putting some money down, offering a player in exchange, and it never works because Hollerbach, in the end, we had it all signed, sealed and delivered. Hollerbach decided he didn't want to go, which is fair enough in real life, but I've never got that facility to work for me in Football Manager. Okay, so as per usual, very mindful of the German nationality registration rules, particularly seeing as we're in Europe this season. So we have signed a German national, Jonathan Akita, a 28-year-old. He can play on either wing or as a striker. He's only a 3-star. He's worth 14.5 million now. Again, you have to cut your cloth. I don't have enormous amounts of money to spend. And what did he cost us? Well, he didn't cost us anything. So anybody who comes in on a free transfer and he's worth 14.5 million, it's got to be good business, hasn't it? 8.2 million next for Moritz Jens. And he has got German in him. He's a Nigerian, but he has got German in him. He's now worth 15.5 million. But 6'3", he's a bit of a monster at the back. We did need some cover there because I've let Hua and the other lad go. Can't remember his name now. It was Hua here or something or other. But like I say, he's coming in as a 3.5 star. So 26-year-old, plenty of experience. Now, what at the moment is looking like an absolute steal, and I use those words reservedly because I know what Football Manager's like. He'll probably break his leg in the first game of the season and we'll never see him again. But Nathan Teller, 2.1 million from Leverkusen. This lad's a 4.5 star. He's scored about 5-6 goals for us. We have played the first round of the DFB Pokal. He scored a hat-trick in that one. He looks absolutely amazing on that right wing. I hope I'm not speaking too soon, but this lad looks the business. And 26-year-old, he looks, like I say, he looks the business. 500,000 next, and again, another German lad. He's only 19. With Uldrikis' injury and Hollerbach, well, he just fires blanks all of the time. I am trying to get some... Well, I am thinking ahead, let's put it that way. Got a couple of young strikers coming in. Again, this lad looks as though he's got what it takes. Very fit, 6'4", great jumping reach. He's got a finishing of 14. And like I say, he's only 19, so Got a worth of 6.2 million at the moment. Like I say, we only paid $500,000 for him. And my most expensive player of the summer transfer window was Justin Dale. I don't know how you pronounce his name. A lot of these names I'm really going to struggle with in commentary. I might have to give them nicknames because it's going to be a real problem for me. But 20-year-old left winger, or he is going to play as an inside forward, can play up top, can play in one or two positions, but his best player is on that wing. He's got a 4.5 star potential, coming in as a 2.5 star. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem to have added any value, which is a bit strange. So we paid 9 million for him. He's now worth up to 9.2. So I don't know whether that's an indication that maybe he's not quite as good as I think he is. But hopefully he will be. And if you've noticed, I've spent a little bit of money on wingers. And, well, I brought 4 in. And as you can see here, we have got quite a large squad. Hopefully, we can sort all that out with all the registration rules. I'm fine for the Bundesliga. The Europa League, however, could be a bit of a problem. Dynamics not looking too bad. Team cohesion is average. We have brought a few new players in, so I would expect that to be like that. Club atmosphere, very good. Managerial support is very good as well. So, not looking too bad in dynamics. Done a lot of work on the staffing of the club. We've moved quite a few staff members on, brought quite a few much better staff members in. As you know, I like these bar charts to be all, well, top of the shop. We're not quite that coaching, we're not quite that in recruiting, and we're definitely not that like that in medical. I did ask for a new sports scientist, they wouldn't give me one. Medical centre, Fry is out injured again. He's due to be back tomorrow. He keeps picking up these niggling injuries. Better news on Uldrikis. He was expected to be out until after Christmas. He's now expected to be back on the 1st of September. So whether that's like, him as a human being, being really good at healing himself, I don't know. We'll have to see what he's like when he comes back. Pre-season's not gone absolutely amazingly. We've only won, 3? We won 3 of the 5 games. We did get beat in 1. So I don't really like to lose pre-season friendlies, but they are all about fitness. And then, of course, we played the first round of the DFB Pokal, and I'm quite glad I didn't show it on camera because that game lasted forever. We were 3-0 up in under 10 minutes, and the number of highlights that we got were off the scale. We did end up winning it 8-0, and as you can see there, Nathan Teller, the new winger that we bought for 2 million, scored a hat-trick. 6 minutes, 61 and 82. But he also scored 2 goals in the win against Zult Waregem. Doing really well. The only goal that Hollaback has scored was a 51st minute game against Ostend. This is a striker that I was looking at. 30-year-old German. Got tons of experience. And, well, his stats speak for themselves. I think he would have been a great addition for us on a 2-year contract, so not tying ourselves down too much. Uldrikis, by the way, was extremely worried about this lad coming in. But anyway, in the end, we didn't get him because I don't have that kind of money. Up to 6.6 million, we just don't have it. I tried to put Hollaback in exchange for him, but Hollaback just wouldn't go. I've since put Hollaback on the transfer list for just 2.5 million, and as per usual, the game won't let me sell him. No bids for him. And to be fair, on paper, he looks a very good striker, Hollaback, but I don't know. Maybe on the grapevine, they've heard that he fires a lot of blanks. So I'm reasonably optimistic about the club vision. Reached the UEFA Europa League proper. I don't know why I have trouble saying that. I should just say Europa League. Reached the Europa League proper. Hopefully we can do that. Again, we'll have to see. It depends how well these new signings settle in. And they only want a top half finish in the Bundesliga, which, given that we finished in a Europa League place last season, I mean, that, to me, a top half finish would be a downgrade and obviously be competitive in the DFB Pokal. Finances looking okay, 28 million in the bank. Yeah, I seem to have got rid of most of that 50 odd million that we received in some way, shape or form. It certainly didn't go on transfers really, but anyway, transfer budget is down to under a million, and the wage budget, I have bumped the wage budget up. I've put some of the transfer budget into wage budget, because if you remember, it was about 860,000. We're now spending just over a million, so I've had to bump that up just to try and compete with other clubs basically. So 2 games for you today, both televised, a home game against Freiburg and an away game against Leipzig. Yet unfortunately we have to play Leipzig early on. I would rather have played them later on if I'm honest, but maybe Leipzig will have a slow start to the season. But it's Freiburg and Leipzig. So we're looking for great things in this next game from Nathan Teller. You watch now, he probably won't score another goal for 6 months. We'll see you in the dugout. Welcome along to the Gobby Gaffer hot seat in the home dugout for this game against Freiburg. And the team today is Castiles in goal, back 4 of Maheim. Jens is one of the new lads that's come in. Ramos playing next to him. A young kid, Oliveira, who is looking an absolute prospect for us. So that's the back 4. 2 in midfield of Rice and Benz. DL, one of the new signings, is going to play as an inside forward on the left. Nathan Teller on the right. Farai, if you remember, Farai the season before last had a terrific season. Last season not so much, and he was injured quite a lot. So, but we do have the young wonder kid Dardai to come in. Again, unfortunately, he's out injured at the moment. He is on a fitness. Injuries just before a game. Every time in Football Manager, Azuzi today, 2 days before the game, he gets injured. Every single time with Football Manager, you're coming up to a game, you know you're going to get one of the top players injured. It's bonkers. And we have the young kid Morstedt up front as an advance forward. I've lost patience, I think, with Hollerbach now. I think it was a very poor signing. And, well, sometimes you have to take that on the chin, don't you? But anyway, that's the team for today. And we are underway. 10 minutes on the clock. Castiles comes out, collects that nicely from the throw. And we are going to try and build from the back. I would expect nothing less than 3 points today. We are going to have a lot tougher games than this in the Bundesliga. These are the kind of teams we need to be getting 3 points against. No messing about. Let's just get the game sorted, lads. Put the ball in the back of the net. And, Rice there with an absolute bullet shot that comes back off the crossbar. Oliveira now, he's trying to keep the momentum going of the move. And the ball has gone out there. And I think the referee's just given a corner. Didn't know whether he'd given a penalty there. You never know with Football Manager. Benz now to swing this in. Benz ball into the middle of the penalty area there. Farai, is he going to play it back? No, he slides it across. And the keeper scrambles down to his left-hand side and puts out for another corner. Benz now to try his luck again. And more or less the same corner again. Farai this time plays it back to Benz, chips the ball into the box. We do get a head on it, but unfortunately and then DL now, he's coming forward with this. I'm expecting good things from this kid. He was the most expensive signing over the summer, 9 million, but that comes to nothing. Okay, Freiburg now, can they do any better up front? Very poor ball. Jens, another one of our new signings, picks the ball up there. Farai to Maheim. Rice. Is Rice going to have a run down that side? DL. Back to Maheim. We do seem to be making hard work of it at the moment. But it is the first game of the season. We have got quite a few new players on the pitch. And obviously they are going to need to settle in. Moorstadt there. Lovely ball to Teller. And Teller's going to hit this, I think. No, he's going to slide it across. And the young kid, Moorstadt, gets his first goal of the season. And that was quite a nice little confident finish for the young kid. Hopefully these 2 new strikers we've got up front, both 19 and 20 years old, they are going to be the future of this team. They've both got 4.5, 5-star potential. Get a couple of years under the belt. Hopefully We have the strike force of the future, but we are 1-0 ahead. And well, we've seen games like this before, haven't we? Where you go 2-0 ahead. In my other save with who's my other save with Marseille. We've just started the season there. It's a PS5 save playing Football Manager, and we've just had a transfer window, started the new season, and we've basically conceded about 7 goals in the first 2 games. So pretty awful, and that was a pretty awful miss as well. But we were 2-0 ahead in one of the games. It was against Rennes, one of our local rivals, but we lost that game 3-2. So you get 2-0 up at a game. Like I say, I don't know why I'm waffling about Marseille in a save that's got Hamburg, but like I say, you can never take anything for granted. You get 2-0 up in a game, you expect to win it, but then, conceding 3 goals is not great, is it? Anyway, we are playing the ball around here, and our 2 centre-backs are pushing up really, really high. We do have to be careful of that dink ball over the top. Oliveira there and Teller playing a nice little 1-2. Teller now, what's he going to do with this? Oliveira plays it to Rice. That's in the back of the net. And Ludovic Rice there gets our 2nd goal of the game. We're 2-0 up against Freiburg. And this is very, very nice. So the wide players are working quite nicely for us. And Teller there, Oliveira, Rice, lovely goal. That was all played over that right-hand side of the pitch. Teller involved in the move. Very, very nice. 5 shots, 3 on target. XG's a bit low at 0.76. So, Freiburg, we're coming forward, give the ball away. DL now down that left-hand side. DL, what's he going to do with this? Chips a really strange ball in. Benz is going to have a shot. No, he's not. Plays it out onto this right-hand side. Oliveira, ball's in the back of the net. Farai gets his 2nd goal of the season. And we're 3-0 up. And I think probably the points are in the bag in this game now. So a nice, confident opening day of the season here. This is just what I wanted to see. This is again. I'm going to mention Marseille again, but this is so different to the Marseille save. We're just looking very disjointed in that save, but this one is looking very, very nice and tight. We're picking the ball up at the back. We're winning our challenges. We're playing some nice balls forward. DL there. Can DL stick the ball in the back of the net? And he fires it over the top. And very nearly it's the old lady in the front row. And of course, it's what a 45 minutes that was. You've blown them away. Let's just have a quick look for any tiredness. There is no tiredness in the camp. Do we want to make a sub? And I am going to give one of the sinners with 3-0 up. I am going to give one of the young kids that are brought into the first team squad this season, Karim Koulibaly. He's only 18, but I think he's got a great future for us. 6'1". His stats are, well, as you can see, they're all improving. He's going to come in and he's going to replace Ramos at half-time. Give him some game time. Let's get him settled into the team. Have you look at Nathan Teller's star rating. 4.5 star. It's a thing of beauty. 70 minutes on the clock. No highlights to speak of in the second half. So we have gone to the second tactic they have loaded. It's still a gegenpress, but a little bit more defensive. So Cordoba's come on as the DLP. Meffert comes on in midfield. Dardai, the young kid who normally plays attacking midfield player, he's replaced Teller, and we can get a little look at Milosevic up front. So these 2 young kids, hopefully, like I say, are going to be the future for Hamburg. 10 minutes of the game left, and well, as I started to speak, yes, we do get the first highlight of the second half, and here's a free kick to Freiburg. So Griffo now is going to fire that in. The ball's in the back of the net, and it is 3-1. And that's a little bit unusual, if I have to. I don't know what to say about that. No highlights in the second half at all, and then they just get out of the blue a free kick. A bullet free kick, and it's 3-1. But I think we are safely through. 4 minutes of time added on. We are going to get the final whistle. There we go. It's a 3-1 win, first game of the season. And I'm not going to go over the top. I don't want to make them too big-headed, so I'm going to go with the assistant. Well done, lads. That was a good win. Well, a nice 3 points there. Believe me, it will not be as easy against Leipzig. We'll see you in the dugout for that one. One change to the team today, and we are going to use the second tactic here. We're going to play with a defensive midfielder against Leipzig. I think it's it's important to keep it a little bit tighter. We'll see how the game goes, but we've got Casteels in goal. Maheim, Jens, Ramos and Oliveira are the back four. 3 in midfield, Rice, Benz and Cordoba. Saito comes in on the left-hand side. Teller on the right, and Mostet keeps his position as they advance forward. I expect to see a lot of highlights from Leipzig today. I don't think we're going to have the best of this game, although we do get the first highlight, and that's a header on the top of the bar. We have had 2 shots in this game. We are playing a bit more defensively, so whether I up that in game, I'm not too sure yet. We'll have to see how it goes. But here's the first Leipzig highlight. 20 minutes on the clock. Are they going to hurt us? I suspect they are going to do. Their first game of the season, they actually beat Dortmund. So as it stands, they are top of the league. Only 1 game played, obviously. But beating Dortmund in your first game of the season is no mean feat, is it? We do seem to be pegging them back a little bit, though, but I'm expecting this ball to get pinged forward very quickly, and we do have to be aware of that. And now they are starting to ping. Oh no! Canate's in. They've got an injured player on the pitch. Oh, that's the kiss of death. When the opposition have got oh no. Oh, okay. Leipzig now with a corner thrown into the box. And we are chasing that one out. I hate playing teams who've got an injured player. Here he is again. Canate. Very nearly provides an assist for the goal. Undoubtedly, he will either score or be an assist maker today. So I've just upped the mentality a little bit. We've gone positive. I know we are away from home and it is Leipzig, but let's not be too frightened of these teams. But Leipzig do get the ball, and that's a lovely ball through from Canate. Canate fires the ball in the back of the net, and, well, it kind of just echoes what I was saying, well, not even 2 minutes ago. 30 seconds ago, I said, injured player. If I start a game with an injured player, within 10 minutes, he'll get even more injured and get taken off. The opposition will play with an injured player all through the game, and he'll be man of the match. Football Manager again. So we are 1-0 down. No surprise there. When I saw they had an injured player on their team, you know, the writing's on the wall. We are going to have to go attacking now. Second half, we'll have to go to our number 1 tactic and try and pin them back a little bit more. But we've got a lot to do in this game now. Okay, 3 changes at half-time. We have gone to a more positive. In fact, we will go attacking, I think. It might lose a little bit stretched at the back, but we're chasing this game now. So 3 changes. Gangham has come on up front, a bit more experience. The young kid wasn't having the greatest of games. Dardai has come on as an attacking midfielder, and DL has come on as the left-sided inside forward. And I think we will put him on as a shadow striker and push him forward a little bit more. Okay, so we do get a highlight straight from the kick-off. You never know what to think about these. Hopefully this is going to be us nicking the ball and creating a goal scoring opportunity, but at the moment it doesn't look like that. Yes, it does. Oliveira there steps forward nicely. Don't play that ball over the top because your runner's offside. Oliveira, now what's he going to do with this? Back to Ramos. Ramos to Benz. Benz going to play this to Rice. Rice, now you can play a through ball. This left-hand side, oh, he had a runner. Maheim, is he going to play the ball that I wanted him to? It's too late now. Ball's in the box and gets cleared by the Leipzig defence. And we are still in that original highlight from the kick-off. So I'm guessing he's probably going to end up with a Leipzig goal. Oh, and what a miss. And that could have been It looks like the keeper or somebody got a touch on that. It is a corner. Corner floated in now. We need a breakaway. We need a counter-attack from this corner. And oh, that skims the top of the net. Come on, lads. We need to turn it on a little bit now. We need a goal back. But with 2 shots, nothing on target, an XG of 0.2, the game is obviously telling me that we are not a patch on Leipzig. And that is a little bit disappointing, if I'm honest. I don't expect us to, to win the Bundesliga this season, but it would be nice to try and get on some kind of a par with these top teams. And it's another corner. But I don't think this game is going to be the turnaround, is it? We've got new players on the pitch. We've got fresh legs. Come on, lads. Counter-attack down the other end of the pitch. Right, come on. 17 shots, 8 on target, an XG of 1.92 now. And we still haven't had a shot on target. Okay, last 2 changes to try and get us into this game. I think this game is lost now. We're producing absolutely nothing in it. But Dardai has moved out onto the wing. We've brought the young kid Milosevic on. He's 6'4". He's going to be a target forward. Hopefully somebody can pick up some scraps from his knockdowns. And Frey has come on in midfield. We have stepped it up in the game a little bit. 5 shots, 2 on target. But we're absolutely overrun by Leipzig. To be honest, I'm surprised the score's only 1-0. We do have a lot of work to do in the Bundesliga to get us anywhere near the top teams, I feel. But, money talks, doesn't it? And we just don't have the money to spend. We don't have the wage budget to spend. But Dardai now bends out onto that right-hand side. Oliveira. We're playing the ball back. Play it back to the keeper because those are normally goals. Play it back to the keeper. Back to the keeper. Back to the keeper. Ooh, Jens, no. Normally in Football Manager, if you play the ball back to the keeper, it's normally a goal. You shouldn't be able to read a game, but very often it works. Moheim now. Ball into the box. And Gangham there. Can't get his foot on the ball. It is a corner. Right, we need anything now, lads. Anything. Going off somebody's backside. Anything will do. There, keep heading the ball into his own net. I mean, look at this. How far did Xavier run there to pick that ball up? Fortunately, it's not a highlight. We are coming back into the game, though. Oliveira plays the ball there to nobody. That's a shame. We're looking way off the pace here, and this is quite unfortunate. Frey there makes a nice little challenge, though. Gangham, can he put that in the back of the net? He certainly can. And it's 1-1, and that was a terrific strike from Gangham. That was a beautiful move. There was some nice... We won the ball in midfield there, which was really nice. And for once, the ball pinged off to one of our players. Hey, watch this. Frey there gets his foot in. Ball breaks to DL. And Gangham says, thanks very much. And it's 1-1. Okay, we are dropping to a cautious mentality. I am staying with this attacking, gegenpress. But we are going to a cautious mentality now. Let's just try and keep it as disciplined as we can. 10 minutes of the game left. Oliveira throws the ball to Dardai. Dardai inside to Benz. Laszlo Benz, what can you do with this? The ball's in the back of the net. And Milosevic, our young kid, I've just brought him on. Made him a target forward. Oh my word. What a first goal to score that was for Milosevic. I think that was his first goal. We're winning 2-1 at Leipzig. Boy, have we turned this game around. Benz chucks a ball over there. I mean, I should phrase it a bit more technically. It was a deft, floated cross straight onto Milosevic's head. 5 minutes of time added on. Can we do this? No. Leipzig throw the ball over. That hits the crossbar. And it's going to come back at us again. You never know what to do with these games. You never know whether to go into a defensive formation or stay attacking. Can we do this? Oh my word. I don't know what I've just witnessed there. That is bonkers. You know what? I have to say, I mean, I've moaned and groaned about Football Manager for so long, and the number of times my team have had 24 shots, 12 on target, an XG of 2.22 and lost the game. And I've moaned and groaned. Hamburg, 11 shots, 5 on target, an XG of 1.67. We've actually won the game 2-1 in Leipzig. I have no words. Well, I've always said in Football Manager that FM is always listening and watching, and you have to be very careful what you say. I don't know whether it was listening or watching then, because I didn't give us a chance in that game. We were being overrun. I said it so many times in the game that, I didn't give us a hope in hell. And maybe the game just thought, you know what? We're going to do the opposite of what he thinks. And that's exactly what happened. So 2-game episode, 6 points, and Leipzig away from home, a 2-1 win. We're going to win the Europa League and the Bundesliga. I'm only joking really, but what a great episode that's been. Okay, well, obviously we have to move on now. I'm going to play 5-6 games off camera, come back. Let's hope we're still top of the league. Yes, we're top of the league. Only 2 games played, but those 6 nice shiny points are keeping us top of the league. Anyway, I need to get off because I've got to get these 2 young strikers on the training pitch. We need to work on them. We need to give them loads of hints and tips and make them better players, because at this moment in time, they're looking 2 fantastic prospects. We'll see you very soon.